Hello! Welcome back, Liari. Hope everybody's doing well.
Word on the street is this is the place for high quality slime. Can you hook us up?
Only the highest quality slimes. Look at this little guy. In all his majesty. Okay. So first off, right away, I changed my mind about how I changed my mind back on Friday. I decided, you know what we'll do? We'll say that when you scan this guy, you automatically get the smaller scans. I mean, he's cubish, but it's you know, it's Lil Jelly from Dabble Worlds, but he's purple. Don't worry about it. So instead, we are gonna do scan mimic on these guys. So if you scan the regular one, we're gonna give you, they're all gonna use the same scan data. Can't see purple. Just can't be done. My legs are about to fall off. Lil Toadette is no longer bound by training wheels on the bike. And the result is that we have to go on really long bike rides at every opportunity. It's great. It's great. I love it. Okay. All right, now we have tonight's big thing is we're making this thing actually do the thing that we wanted. So we need, I guess this is going to be a chapter 1 move technically to start with. All right, so let's just throw that in somewhere. Breaking the exercise bike, I mean, it definitely has some serious problems. It was so weird, and it would just beep really loudly. Never understood that. So let's see, fold this. We're gonna do something that I did for chapter 0 moves. Which is, yeah, we're gonna get an action here. Wait, is this where it is? Where's the Piggle jump in the air move? Maybe that's not like this, okay. Let me look at chapter 2 moves. Nope, not there. To-do moves? No. No. Okay, well then. Oh, base move container. This is the one where I've got this function example of do jump attack. And that makes this super easy because the pig can use this, the rats can use this, and all we got to do is tweak the values or the sounds or whatever. She is definitely having fun. She's definitely having fun. All right, so this is going to be the base idea. Is we're going to do enemy slime. Let's say. Slime bounce small. Posey, come on. Behave yourself. All right, so do jump attack is basically all of this. So what I can do is I can add a, what is this move? What is the base move going to be? Is it going to be the triple bounce, so like boing, boing, boing? It's like she's looking for something to chew. She's sniffing through all the toys. It's like, what am I gonna just swallow with no regrets tonight? Slime is gonna maybe do a triple bounce. Actually, I kind of like double bounce. Posey just went downstairs on her own. That's not allowed. Hang on. Just went down and just drank water for like 2 minutes. Ugh. Like I could do... The walk animation is pretty good, isn't it? Well, let me look at this guy's animation here. Like, compared, if we just made him jump, he'd do this, and then he'd land and switch to this. Alternatively, the walk animation actually has some good stretch and skew, and I feel like he needs a nice squishy sound. Not that one. More of a splat. That's the one. That's it. Do these guys inherit? They do inherit. Perfect. This actually needs to be a audio stream player 3D. Then I gotta attach my little script that extends any audio player, so that should work. That one still counts. And then in the walk cycle, we add the sound effect. So he goes... Perfect, yeah. So we want him to walk for a duration of 1.5 seconds. So we're gonna call this the do slime attack. Source, target, don't need a sound effects key. Walk speed. It's not the walk speed I want, it's the, I guess, air time. Like whether he's a quick attacker or not. That's all I need, I think. I guess we could do num hops. Num walk hops, let's say. All right, home, landing position. Yeah, his speed does matter. Move in front of. Where does that normally position you? One. Positions you 1. Okay. So we'll do something very similar to that, I think. I mean, yeah, we could do that. We could basically just do that. Knowing the distance to that location would help. It would be target actor position dot x minus source actor position dot x. Absolute value that, and then subtract 1. I think. Do the minimum of 0.5 and that value, though, just in case it goes into the negatives. Walk speed is going to be... I want to go through the animation a certain number of times. Number of walk hops. We want to slow down. So if I wanted 1 hop, I would say 1.5 is the time it takes to play through this animation once. So if my distance was 1.5 to walk, then I would want my speed to be 1 unit per second, and I'd get there in 1.5. If I had 3 to go, then yeah, I'd cover it in 2. So this is how much to get for 1 walk, for 1 hop. However, if we have more hops to cover, we need to divide that out accordingly. Okay, so there's our walk speed. Offset 1. Pre-lunge distance goes here and here. Let's actually change that to 1.5, maybe? I don't know. So he's gonna... And then we're gonna wait just a little bit. And then let's play a nice fwee, a nice whistle fwee. It's a classic. Let's add in a pitch. So we can make it higher pitch for the smaller ones. Pitch offset. Launch actor at the target position. Bonk him. Q hurt actions. Don't do any of this stuff. Do all this stuff. We've pretty much abandoned this miss stuff. The miss does not happen. And I think that's returned to starting location. Okay, that might be enough right there. So now we go over to Chapter 0 moves. And now we add in our new slime? Or no, I put it in Chapter 1. Yeah, here we go, slime small. So, source, target. For the little guy, we're gonna make him hop 3 times. And he's gonna get a decent airtime. And it's gonna pitch it up 8 half steps. All right, that is Lil Jelly's attack. That's not the right guy. This guy's attack. Okay, let's go into a battle with a Lil Jelly. Let's see him bounce at us. Oh, I almost forgot. Now that I'm looking in OBS, guys, okay, this is all Dupu's fault. Back in December, Silk Song time, December 1st, Dupu. Let's start with D. D was playing Silk Song. I was a little bit ahead of her, and I sent her a GIF. I sent her the backsliding hornet GIF. Let's see. Can I even open this? I don't even know. I can put it in the layout. I sent her this one, you know, the classic. And she added it to her stream layout, and I told her as a funny joke, hey, can you stretch that out to cover the entire screen and set it to like 2% opacity? And she did, and it was really funny because every time she went through a screen transition, it would be very visible. It was very fun. So, oh, here we go. Yeah, that's weird. You can only do it for Audio Stream Player, not Audio Stream Player 3D. I mean, it should. It would be really funny. Anyway, later that week, I guess, it was December 1st, based on the data I've got on this file. I don't remember the details, but somehow Dupu said that we should replace that with D sliding back and forth. And so I grabbed her avatar and I frame by frame edited it onto the Hornet dance GIF. And December 1st, I said, okay, we're going to leave that on until D notices or until she's done with Silk Song. I don't remember the exact wording. And then she stopped playing Silk Song. She went back to Hollow Knight for several weeks to do P5 grinds hitless. Well, good news, because last weekend, D finally beat Grandmother Silk. And so the D dance can finally ascend with Gorb away forever. There we go. It's gone. D is gone. I'm deleting the GIF. It's gone. Never to be seen again. Somehow it was Dupu's fault. I don't remember the details. Now this is interesting. Doesn't Audio Stream Player 3D inherit? It does not. Do these inherit off of a... That's really, really weird. They inherit off of Node 3D only. I mean, that makes sense. It does have to inherit off of a Node 3D, so they don't really have a common ancestor. This feels like interfaces would be like It's fine. It's fine. What we'll do is we're just gonna duplicate this and make a version of this that does the exact same thing, except there, done. So now we're gonna remove this script, add this script. Animation player still does the play sound, so we are in good shape. All right, load up another battle with Lil Jelly. Put him in a cave. I don't care. Oh wow, he's really tiny. That's good. That's good, honestly. All right, let's see an attack. He's coming this way. That wasn't exactly what I was going for. What the heck was that? We were just watching him slowly head our way. All right. Well, let's see what the deal is with this. All right, so it calculated that it had 0.5 to travel? That doesn't sound right. .5. Target, position X, source position X. Give me another one. Let's see these numbers. Negative 5.4. How are we calculating negative 5.4 there? Oh no, that'd be 5. That should be 5.4. Okay. Because we're taking the absolute value of that. So we got 5.4. Subtract 1.5, we're at like 4. So, huh? Huh? Let me just get this step by step, I guess, and see like what part of the math am I not getting. And then print the entire, I mean, then it should just be, okay. Okay, the absolute value does result in 5.4. Good. Okay, subtract pre-lunge distance, 3.9. Yep, that sounds right. I want max here. Okay. Okay. Did we fix it? Max. I get it. I don't love it. It feels like what we need to do is actually break apart that animation specifically for this attack. To have like a pre-jump and then a landing animation. And instead of having him like slowly walk, we just predefine 3 animations with set pauses. It's a little extra work, but you know what? We may as well put the work in. Oh, also, let's make his splat pitch scale 2 1.5. Oh no, let's have his be 1. His be 0.75 and little one be 1.5. Okay, so now the animation. We want to capture the pre-jump squish. I mean, honestly, the whole thing is good and hard to... It's going to be hard to time out properly. Pre-jump. It's going to be just up to here. Make sure everything's fine here. Yeah, this is actually fine because that. Oh wait, we don't need his position sliding around. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, he's getting ready for a jump there for 0.3 seconds. And then go back to the walk animation. Let's go to the jump animation here. What does this look like? We've got his position and rotation, base scale. Base scale. We want that really, really wobbling, you know? Between some serious wobblables instead of what we got here. Get rid of that and give him some serious wobblage. That's some pretty serious wobblage. I like it. Okay, yeah, now his jump is a lot more intense. And then let's take walk, duplicate to landing. Boom, right here. And we will play sound. We will not mess with this or this. Or the eyes. Don't worry about those. Base scale, however, is quite important. Okay, and the whole thing is going to be... Yeah, that's fine. That's allowed to loop. Okay, so now... We're gonna modify this maneuver. We're gonna say, let's see, we can launch actor towards a position. So we want to get landing X's. Just the X positions of where he's going to land before his final lunge. So for I in num walk hops. So this is the number of landings. X is going to be... I've got my starting position here. I've got my... Not my final position exactly. This is kind of the final one right here. Pre-lunge X, we'll call it. Darkest Dungeon trinkets. We've had that category. Dist per hop. That's easy enough. Wait, no, this isn't. This is walk. What was this? That's the distance we have between us. So this is the pre-lunge walk distance. This is the space between me and the enemy or the target. So we're gonna take this and divide it by number of hops. So then for this, we're gonna start with target actor position dot X. And we are going to add to that. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna go a distance. I times distance per hop. There we go. There are better ways to do that. I immediately think of what about a lerp? What about a lerp? We could have done target actor position dot X going towards our pre-lunge. What's our pre-lunge position? Would be. Okay, that does get a little bit tricky. I could just say landing position. That's close enough. And then lerp it at 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. You do I divided by num walk hops plus 1. That might be a little bit easier to troubleshoot later. It's just a nice, easy lerp. Append that X value of where we need to land. And now we're gonna do 3 hops this time. Actions equals an array. And then we're later going to, at the end of this function, we're gonna append that actions array. And in the middle of this function, we are going to append things to actions. Like that. So for I in num walk hops, instead of doing this, we'll just add it to the actions right here. So what does an action, what does a hop like this look like? Well, first, we're gonna play an animation. We're gonna change animation to pre-jump. Gonna jump. 0.3 seconds. So just sit there for 300 milliseconds while that animation plays to this exact point. If it spills over or before, that's actually just fine. Then launch the actor towards the next position. I see the problem here. No, actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Wait, no, X is the position. X is the position. Boom. Okay. So take source.actor.position and then add, not add, set. Yeah, you know what? Target position. You can lerp a vector, right? Oh, you certainly can. Lerp to a vector. Okay, and then there's our weight right there. Yeah, see, that's easy. That's easy. All right, so land here. What's our airtime per little jump? Hop airtime is a separate parameter here for how long it takes for us to just do a little bit of a jump in seconds. And then wait for that. Change animation to landing. Is that what we called it? Yes. I guess we'll manually change the jump animation here, just in case. Change the landing animation. Do a slight wait while the landing animation finishes in 200 milliseconds. And then let's change to the idle animation. And then this whole process can repeat for each hop. Then, after all that, we are now in front of the actor. So now, play whistle fui, launch actor, wait, do the rest. The rest is all fine. All right, let's see what happens. Get rid of this MS Paint window. Oh right, there's a new one here. That 2 seconds, of course, was super long. Our little hops should be quicker. This is very parameterizable. It's gonna be great. Okay, custom battle. Give me the jelly. Put him here. There he is. What a guy. What a little guy. He's very small. Oh, jeez. He's gone. Wow. That was some ninja moves that he just pulled up. Hey, Slav. All right. So obviously needs a little work here. Well, what happened there? Ah, okay. First off, when he lands each time, we should zero out his velocity as soon as he lands. Oh, he's a classic slime, let me tell you. That was better. He's still going way farther than I expected. All right, we're looking at our target actor position. No, that's it. We need source actor position. Duh. All right, check it. Well, now he's not moving at all. Go towards the landing position. Yes. How about you print some data for me here? First off, the entire vector. Secondly, the weight of this right here would be handy to know. 0 across the board. I didn't think this was necessary, but I thought there was some syntactical oh, no, still nothing. I is, I think, coming across as 0. No, it's not. Okay. But it is an integer. I hate integer multiplication. Okay, so I need to cast this whole block here. I think that'll do it. No. Wait. Okay, he did 1 in place, and that does make sense. Is this fine? Oh. Yay! Oh, he has a little hoppy hop. Okay. But what happens if they are in less favorable layout positions here? And also on a farm. He can still do it. Ooh, look at that big jump. Then this one will have a bigger jump. Great. Okay. I think the return trip needs to be a lot faster. I mean, not like a lot faster, but significantly faster. And also, the landing, I feel like, takes too long. So after landing... we make that just a 1 frame. Just a 1 frame. I mean, it's not... don't worry about it. I don't have anything to say. All right, defend. Oh, he's not even getting a little squish animation or a squish sound now at all. So apparently we need this. We need that little weight. I can reduce his air time in his actual move set here. Make that like 0.3. I don't know if that one's gonna take yet. Yeah, that worked. Okay. That seems fine. Now... we can have a bigger one. And an even bigger one. So what we're doing here is we're gonna have the same attack, but with the timing slightly tweaked. So the medium slime is only gonna take 2 jumps, but they're gonna be bigger jumps. And he's gonna get... I'm gonna give the little slimes more airtime and then progressively less airtime for the big slimes. Okay, there we go. That's it. Boom. There's our 3 slime attacks. But now they need the most important slime attack, I would say. Which is being able to split.
Slimed me.
A classy slime in a tux. With like a little cocktail glass like stuck inside of the slime. Okay, so how is this move going to function? Oh, he needs to like wiggle and then 2 slimes pop out into neighboring positions. Pretty close to each other. I think that'll work. Do mitosis. New enemy type string. All right, so we have a move for balloon pop, right? Do we? Sharp. Replace enemy. Replace enemy. Oh, it's an action. It's not a move. Oh, what you can do, we can call it as a move. But that just immediately replaces it. And I guess I don't really want to do that. Ah, it's Germ Dove. Understand? Super Mario World. Oh, Twitch. Lonely text. Oh my gosh, the mountain is home to my least favorite level. It's like level 5 or 6. Yeah, Mountain has some really good ones, but also some really terrible ones that I feel like I just lucked my way through one of the worst ones. There is, I'm sure someone has already directed you to it. There is an excellent hint site called Baba is Hint that does a very good job of tiered hints of, you know, you've not seen that? It's really good. Yeah, this is the one, I think. Yeah. That's also decent. The thing I like about this one is it breaks down the hints into different levels and lets you know, is this just a nudge? Is this overt of a hint? And also, I know you have already encountered a map. It doesn't give you any link to that. It basically says, you know, like if you need more help, adjust the URL of this website accordingly. It's like, oh, okay. Like there's no hyperlink to it. Yeah. But there is more available if you need it. And I needed it for some. Like for some of them, I would spend days like coming back to a single puzzle and be like, no, I still got nothing. And then one day I just like, I didn't get to see the solving the pillar work level. I think the one with the pulling flags. But I remember that one gave me a lot of trouble for a while until I finally was like, now wait a second. Why is this one tile higher than it feels like it should be for the solution I'm aiming for? Sometimes I feel like I'm almost metagaming with those puzzles. Because I'll look at the puzzle and be like, now hang on. I see what I think I want to do, but if that's the answer, why is this even available? Because there's very rarely a red herring, and I think that's great. There's a few that are done to great effect, like the one where, like an early game level where wall just isn't stop. They just never said wall is stop, and then you gotta just accidentally bump into a wall and right, it doesn't stop because yeah. Oh, if you ever pop open the level editor, there's some really interesting stuff in the tutorials for it, because it's not just here's how the editor works. He actually goes into details on level design philosophy and his opinion on red herrings as well. And it does basically boil down to, it's like, it's okay, but that shouldn't be the puzzle. It's not too bad. Also, you should check out, there's the last tutorial is fantastic. I think next stream you might consider checking out the final tutorial bit. I think you're far enough in the game that there would be absolutely no spoilers. All right, we are needing to spawn an enemy. That's create sprite. Add enemy is what we want, right? Poof. Replace enemy, no. Domino, no. Set actor, no. Get final damage. Well, I thought, oh, unit. Add unit. Add it's not unit, add all right, we're what, create unit. There you go. Everyone who's coming in from GermDub stream, welcome. I hope you like looking at code. We're gonna be doing a little bit of that. We're making this little guy. Hey, he's looking very squished right now. There we go, he's better. We finally got this little guy to jump into us and deal a little damage. And now we're going to make bigger variants of it split into the smaller variants in the way that only slimes can. All right, that's the plan. So we're creating an action called Do Mitosis. So how does create unit? How did I make that function work? I have to actually provide... okay, that's not too bad. Enemy directory. Well, I could just say unit type. So we're gonna do, in our chapter 1 moves, here's our 3 slime attacks. Enemy slime, big mitosis. For when he's changing into a little slime. And what that's gonna look like is we're just gonna call do mitosis. No target. And all this needs is, hey, what are you changing into? And we're gonna say enemy directory dot medium jelly. Boom. So big mitosis becomes medium jelly. But there's catch. There's a catch. The catch is that there's gonna be a requirement. I need a better example of requirements in action. Nope, not there. Summon, here we go. Ratio of remaining health is exactly what we want. He will spawn into different enemies. Well, technically the big slime and the little slime are different enemies. So we're gonna say there's a requirement behind this that says he can only do it if his health is less than or equal to 50%. Additionally, we want these new enemies to be spit out with current and max health equal to the original enemy's current health. So Do Mitosis needs to actually return the new enemies? Is that doable? Currently it just returns true. Don't love that, don't love that. Sprite holder holds the sprite, not the unit. Don't love that either. Okay, let me think about this. Hydrate. Hydrate. Create unit. 100% is being used by something as a battle action. Yeah. There is... Okay, we could just call it. We can just call it and then add an initialized unit here. Add an initialized unit is just going to append these to the list, right? I don't love it, but we could just grab the two most recently added elements. Alternatively, we can just do this. Do the same thing that this does. Just manually. And say that when we're doing mitosis, we have to do a special thing here. Unit type. Oh, I need this. I need this. I need my source. I need my source. Source.side. Not a partner, not a summon. We might do something with that. We'll place the actor where the original one was. We'll refresh their facing, I guess. And then we can return the actors. So that's Unit 1, and that's Unit 2. Put them in the same spot. Refresh the facing. Return Unit 1 and Unit 2. But also we need to remove the original actor. That's going to be similar to replace enemy. Now what does that do with the original unit? We delete the actor. Oh, this doesn't remove the unit though. Do we have any instances? Here we go. Unit side, erase unit. And then delete. Okay. So we want to delete the unit and also delete the actor. Maybe we make a little poof of slime blob, whatever. All right, so just do mitosis to get the new actors, or the new unit items. How did that get there? Don't need that. Okay, so go back into our Chapter 0 moves. Go back to our Chapter 1 moves, I mean. Here we go, slime. Gotta pass in source. Target is myself. Requirement. Oh, you know what else? We're gonna make this a priority move. When an enemy has more than one move available, based on available targets, for instance, it will normally choose one at random. However, if any of the moves are listed as priority, then we will only choose from the moves that are currently tied for highest priority. In this case, the enemy only has one priority move and one non-priority move, so it's just always going to choose this one if it can. All right, new units. For unit in new units, unit.hp.current. Let's see here. HP is going to equal the current HP of the source. And we're going to set the current and max of the new unit equal to that same value. So let's say this big slime has 10 HP and you knock him down to 4. The next time he gets a turn, he's going to spawn 2 4 HP slimes. This is the exact same logic that Slay the Spire 1 uses for the big slime boss. All right, and then we can do a little animation of the slimes popping out. Actually, we'll do that for each of them. We'll make each of them kind of pop towards a position. What position? Just a little to the left and a little to the right, right? I don't know how much room these guys are going to need, honestly. But I have an idea of... what was an enemy that used this? The drill bite. Battle spacing. There we go. So this tells the enemy that it needs to save more room when it's initially spawning this enemy. It says, all right, leave room as though there are 2 enemies or 3 enemies here, or 4 enemies for a big jelly. We'll say he needs 3. Based on that, what does that look like? If he has 3 for the big guy, where does he set that? Big jelly, little jelly. Where does he set that additional room at? He's not scaled well. Okay, so notably, he leaves the room behind him. Is that so? Okay, so we'll pop him. I don't know. I don't know where we'll pop him. Okay, chapter 1 moves. X equals unit.actor.position. And then every time, position.x. Source. And then every time we go up by 1, we're gonna increase x by sine of x. Where do we position units? Who knows? Let's say a distance of 1. No. Wait. Let's do times unit dot unit type dot get spacing. The same thing. Battle spacing. Yeah. Default to 1 unit to the right. Okay, good. So now we need to launch the enemy towards that location. And that looks like this. Unit.actor landing position is going to be vector 3 x. Let's use source.actor position .y and .z. Keep those lined up. And really pop them into the air. So that'll be big slime mitosis. So that belongs to this guy's moveset. This is a lot of stuff, isn't it? Because I feel like all of this could go within do mitosis. HP is not defined because that is back here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, throw it all in this helper function. Boom. Now that's the entire function, which is much better. And then medium mitosis is going to make the little slime, little jelly. And the medium one is allowed to use that move. So now let's get a medium. Let's fight a medium. It's obviously not a medium. Here we go. He needs to be bigger. Like 100% he needs to be bigger. How much HP does the medium one have? Did we decide? 5. All right, hit him for 2. And then hit him for 1. So he's gonna do... Bye! There he goes. He's off on a journey. But he split. He split. He's gone. He's getting quieter. He's fading out. I can still hear his voice. Okay. Very nice. And then he does his move. What? Oh, he hasn't. That's because I know what I did wrong there. Unit.actor. Additionally, we need to set facing here. That'll be great. Should we do a poof? Oh, poof. Poof. What does that do? Okay, that also plays the dead sound, and we don't want that. But we could do this. Create the smoke poof. That seems reasonable. To have a little poof of smoke. Play there. So that's in battle actions. And we don't need to bind it, we can just do it immediately. Is it not? Battle actions dot creates. What do you not like? Expected end of state. Oh, comma. And then unit needs to be replaced with source. All right, here we go. Let's get a nice battle against a medium jelly on the farm. He's not big enough. He's definitely not big enough. See, I can take him down to 4. Uh-oh, now what? Oh, this is gonna be a weird one. Hang on. What do you not like, mister? Action Q got a null. Oh! Dot bind. Forgot to do my binding. If it's in an action queue, it needs to be bound, not a raw function call. Okay, that looks fine. Let's see about the size of these guys next. How can we get that standardized? Because right now they're all the same size, kind of. In the sub viewport, that's a good thing I should be looking at. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, but like, I feel like he needs to be bigger. How much bigger? That much bigger? Is that a good medium size? And then the big one at, like, pretty significant. Let's put the 3 of them side by side. Maybe that'll help me get a feel for the scale of them. Little jelly, medium jelly, big jelly. All right, how's this look? See that? Yeah, that does actually look a lot better. And the line weight, honestly, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Cool. So next problem. The scanning. The scan mimic. How in the world? Scan mimic. So we want to get their scan data. for text blocks, but if unit or if scan mimic in unit type just like that, unit type, then instead of doing this information, return get scan text of self, I think that's right, unit type sub, no, dot scan mimic. And that should give us the same data. And then we're gonna do some weird stuff to make that work, because it's not just that that has to work. So we're gonna have medium jelly and little jelly start the battle. So if I scan this guy, and then it dies. What? What do you mean? No, that worked. Oh, I don't want to pass in the unit type. I want to pass in the actual unit. Oh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Yep, because it's looking at the unit's current max HP when I'm calculating it here, not their standard max HP for the auto replace. Oh. And their current power, because that could be based on hard mode stuff. Huh. I don't want to pass in the unit type. It does have to be an instance. Okay. Then we're gonna make our we're gonna cheat it. And hope for the best. I guess I do need to pass in HP. That's gonna be weird. Okay, we're gonna say get mimicked scan. I guess we can pass in mostly unit type and unit. Dang it. Yeah, this is gonna be ugly, because I'm cheating. I am definitely cheating, because I'm expecting that if I ever need to do mimic stuff, then the scan data isn't actually including the HP and current power. It's doing something silly. Unit.hp, and then current power. Something absolutely whimsical is going on that we do not need to concern ourselves with. Okay, I think that will work. It will give wrong information currently. Okay. Little jelly, medium jelly. There's one other thing I want to do, and that is battle manager, health bar. Health bar. Okay, this is only for adding the health bar. We have to show the health bar, but only right there if we have the enemy unit ID. Normally, we're just going to check to see, hey, have you scanned them? But that's not what we're going to do here. There's two places we need to update. One is health bar, one is actually logging the scan. So in addition to checking, hey, do you have this? We're going to say if enemy.unittype.has, no, hang on. If scan mimic is in the unit, is in that, then instead of looking for the unit type, look for the scan mimic name. Oh gosh, currying. Yeah. All right. So if we are trying to do a scan on, or if we're trying to check like, hey, I've got a Lil Jelly here. Should I show his HP? Then we'll say, well, let me see if Lil Jelly has been scanned. But when we come to medium jelly, we'll say, hey, it's a medium jelly. Can I show you his HP? And we're going to see, oh, actually, he's a scan mimic. So you can if Lil Jelly scan data is available. We're not going to look for medium jelly scan data at all. Okay, so there's that. Then there's got to be one other place here. Already scanned. If not already scanned, append this. Scan ID to add is normally that, but if scan mimic is in that unit type, then add the scan mimic ID instead. Done. That's it. All right, start the battle. So I'm going to scan the medium guy, and that should cause me to know about the little guy when it's their HP is needing to be shown. Boom. Showed both of their HPs. This is wrong. I mean, it is correct, but it's not correct enough. Boom. Okay. That's swell. Look at... Uh-oh. Mitosis never returns. Does it? Battle move, mitosis. We're stuck in an action, aren't we? Well, no, the action itself isn't it. It's got to be this action queue is never... Refresh facing doesn't return anything. It needs to return true. There we go. And look at this. Oh. Would you look at this? They have different HP values now. Whoa. These HP bars kind of need a facelift. Like, I'm looking at them, and I'm just realizing they're very functional. Numbers are hard to read. It's boring. Oh, I've got some dumb ideas we could do here. No. That needs to be later. I would love to spruce it up a bit in preparation for the demo. Yeah, Slav, that's exactly right. You actually have to be tactical. And that's very intentional. I think that's something that was missing from the first half of Chapter 1. Until you start fighting snails, there's next to no tactics except for kill as many enemies as you can, as quickly as you can. But then when you have to start dealing with enemies' defense, then you have to start thinking like, okay, I want to take out the backline guy with this, and then do this. The game is, of course, going to get more complex the further you get into it. Yeah. Uninteresting to me. Now, it's fine in my head because I know that, but the good stuff is right around the corner. The player doesn't know that. I need to give them some more good stuff. And I think the slimes are a really good thing for that. We can sprinkle a little slime in as like a pig replacement. Oh my gosh, the casino snake. This guy is functionally equivalent to a Piggle. 2 HP, 1 damage. Bonks into you. Nothing to write home about. I guess the difference is he can spawn with a different item than the Piggle can. But we throw in the medium jellies, and it's like, okay, now you got to strategize a bit and think it through. How are you going to approach this? I want to have them play the splat sound. It's just called splat. In the encounters, I think Chapter 1 caps it at 3. There are some random enemy assortments that you can occasionally get that have 4. The code can handle any number, but visually it just gets very cluttered beyond 4 or 5, depending on the enemy type. That's true, but you're never going to fight all 7 at once. At most, you'll fight 4 at a time with the big slime. Big slime is a bit of a challenge. I need to be careful about when we introduce that guy. That's very important, is that they lose around splitting, because you can use that to your advantage. You can take out 2 small slimes very easily in 1 round with just 2 good action commands. So not anything to worry about there. I think the plan is maybe to have an optional huge slime boss later that splits into 2 big slimes, that splits into 2 medium slime, that splits into 2 small slimes. You get the idea. That could be fun. And you're trying to knock him down as close to half health without going under, and then hit him with as big an attack as you can to make the rest of the fight easy. That's fun. That's a fun thing to do. Okay. Scan logic works. Act 2 big bad. He probably won't be a big bad. I mean, he'll be a mini boss, but not a required one. The very, perhaps too aspirational plan is that every area of the game gets an optional mini boss as part of a later side quest. So most side quests will be the typical sort of like, hey, go get this item for me. or oh, go find this lost item that only just now spawned because you spoke to me, you know, that kind of thing. But then some of them will be like, oh, suddenly there's a mini boss here, good luck. And those will be for particularly good rewards. And maybe some possibly these bigger quests might kind of tie into the characters a bit more, the partners, and flesh out their backstories a little bit. Or at least some characters get a little bit more. That actually, you know what? The backstory stuff might be separate quests. Bug Fables handled that type of side quest very nicely. It had optional side quests for each of the 3 party members. It was like they had put their own quest on the board that you could pick up, and they're like, that's right, I requested this because my mysterious past. And those are some of the best, most memorable quests. And there's some of the sweetest moments. Honestly, between the 3 party members, the party member specific side quest that I felt was the most emotionally impactful was V's, which is weird because it's the lowest stake. It's like Kabu's like, I need to go and pay respects to my dead bug friends. I need to go dig a grave and put up a memorial, and then Leaf is like, we are haunted by memories of our past and must unlock the truth of our true origin. And then V is like, I need to go make up to my sister. She lives over there. Like, okay. It was weird. I don't know what it is. I guess because it's so much more grounded that it's more relatable in a way. I don't know. Let me give that some thought. We haven't even touched on side quests. I've got ideas for how to build a whole system for it, but it's gonna take some work because the most important thing you need for that is you need the content, you need the quests, and there's just not enough good ideas yet for those. So that's back burner. Okay, we have slimes. They work. Where are we gonna put them? So they can be wandering around in the same way that the pigs are, you know? Oh gosh, looking back at these old areas, I'm like, oh man, I was just kind of throwing whatever at the wall and seeing what sticks. Hey, Casual. Yeah, we need places to put the quests as well. I have been very intentionally leaving large areas in each chapter where I can add whole new regions. Bum. Wait, hang on. Bum 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 bum. There you go. Is that what you needed? Oh. The classic, the key of P-O-A, E sharp. Great, cool. You know what? I kind of just shocked myself because I hit that C dead on somehow. I wasn't even thinking about the actual I don't have perfect pitch, but like, boy, I just nailed that one somehow. Feel pretty good about that. Feel pretty good about it, honestly. Ah, Chip, welcome in. You missed me just hitting a perfect C note out of nowhere. Okay, don't worry about it, casual. Down, boy, down. Welcome in, Chip. Hope your stream went well. Our slime. We got our slime. He's amazing. We got variants of sizes, and I need to work on his stats a bit, but that's not him. That's a pig. Don't be confused. We went with the classic slime. Oh man, I love his face. So I shamelessly ripped off how Slay the Spire does slime mitosis, because I really think it's a good idea that makes for some interesting strategy. Specifically, we went with when you knock him down to half health, he'll split into two smaller versions that each have... Oh, that needs a little bit more... Needs a little bit more airtime. Each has current and max health equal to whatever health he had going into it. Standing desk. So I'm gonna knock this guy down to 7. Yeah, that attack does need more airtime. And so now I can actually knock him down really good. Short form videos. Oh, jeez. You know what? I got one request for someone who is like, hey, you want to pay me to translate your game? And I fully believe that the guy's legit, but there's a lot of wordplay. There's a ton of dialogue. There's a lot of dumb jokes. I'm gonna knock him down to 4, and so he should. Yeah, there we go. So now he splits into 2 at 4 each, and then those split again. And I'm seeing a problem with this guy. He's so far off to the side. Oh, thank you, casual. See, that guy's got decent airtime. Half rounded up. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, they went down to 1 instead of 0, which is good. But yeah, I was thinking about, like, man, you don't know what you're even offering here. This is... You've never looked at my game. I get it. It's fine. A game shows up. Hey, do you need a translator? I can offer you translation for cheap. It's like, I get it. I gotta wait for the game to actually be viable first. Wow, casual. 5 streams. That's almost a year. These guys look okay when they're just getting knocked out. Oh yeah. Oh, he looks so sad. That's almost 6. Oh man, I got the dumbest form email. The last game that I put on Steam before this one was Pen Pals, which was a Suika-like. It's like the most basic kind of game you could do. It was just to get my feet wet with getting things on Steam and like learn how to do the achievements and all that other stuff. And then I got some email. I looked for it the other day and I couldn't find it, so I must have deleted it. The guy was like, I recently came across your game Pen Pals, and from the moment I saw it, I don't remember the terminology that the guy used, but it was something like he was floored. I don't know if that was it. I thought that was it at first. I was like, no, it was something more grandiose than that. It implied that he something like that, Slav. It was like it implied that it implied that he saw my game and was just transfixed by the artistic nature of it, and it truly shows the work that went into it. And I'm like, this guy has never even seen my dumb animal matching game. Yeah. Well, no, and then I looked it up and like, this is a legit company sending out these like just blanket emails. Like it's just these round animals in a big box and you match the animals to each other to win. Come on. It put me off. Like I'm sure the company is legitimate, but it was like this kind of advertisement for your services just makes me feel like there's no well, I don't even know what I'm looking for there. It was I think publishing. It's like, we can offer you what you need for, to move to the next level. I don't remember what he was offering. I think it was publishing though. Also, I don't know. I think I told this story once. Shortly after Pen Pals released, I got an email from another company, which I think was actually legitimate. I've got plenty of ones that were not legitimate that were like, I need Steam Key to review game. Give Steam Key. And I'm like, no, thank you. Please enjoy the demo. But I got one that was like, hey, we want to have your game available in our bundle on our site. We got a site. We sell games. We'd love to include you in the bundle. And I was like, huh? That's interesting. I've never gotten anything like that before as a request. So I checked out their website, and it was very particular clientele. It was not the Humble Bundle. It was some very no kids allowed kind of gaming website. And I was like, I don't think my Suika game fits here. I don't want my Suika game to be here. It's just weird that the amount of like blanket emails that go out. No, I don't think they reviewed it. I think it was just like, hey, all right, give me the list of games that came out today. Let's send out the next batch of emails. Cause like you can automate processes over, request the list of games that came out during this period from SteamDB or something. Even if there's no API, you could scrape it. Anyway, boom, bing bang boom, we got him. He's a slime. He's purple, which means we can now move on to something even greater. Do I want to redo how we do this? This is 5 moves here. It's fine. So the whole reason that we made this slime enemy is so that we could make an ice variant for Chapter 4, the Snowy Mountain, which is this area over here that we're going to. Wow. Anyway, those were the handful of more entertaining grape jelly slimes. Just smear them on your toast. Just spread them all over. Yes, we're going to make an ice slime. So that was Lil Jelly, and this is going to be Chili Jelly. And then the fire variant is going to be Spicy Jelly. And then maybe we'll have some kind of like late game, like, oh, Dabble, we've got to go to the Shadow Vortex. Oh no, watch out, it's the Shadow Jellies. That's the thing, I will never trust anyone who reaches out to me. Because so that's the problem, is that publishers need games. And a lot of publishers out there are just trying to get as many games as they can, basically just like scratching lotto tickets. It's like one of these is bound to, make a little bit. And we don't have to put a lot of work into publishing. It's like we post on some subreddits and then boom, we fulfilled, we got it in front of X number of people. It was seen by communities associated with such streamers as blah, 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 blah. It's like they can word things in such a way to say, hey, we're gonna make sure that we get this directly to, big streamer here. I don't know a lot of the big streamers that actually play video games, so I can't really fill in the blank. But yeah. And then contractually they post to their subreddit. Post to that guy's subreddit, and it's like, all right, there we go. They did it. And then you're locked in with them, and if your game still happens to succeed through your own, tooth and nail clawing for any kind of modicum of attention, they're going to be making bank on that. So it sucks. That's the thing. Publishing is an important thing, and unfortunately there is no solid way to, separate the wheat from the chaff. There's so much work that goes into getting your game out there. But yeah, if I feel like if anyone is reaching out to you, that's probably not a good start. Yes. Reaching out to other devs, because word travels. Definitely. Yeah, I vaguely remember which publishing Starground was under. Word Travel, new game idea. Word Travel. I love playing Word Travel. The fact is that if you see a publishing company and they're slamming out like 30 games, 50 games a year or something, it's like, okay, if this is assume this is a small publishing studio that's willing to work with super small time dev, that is to say single solitary dev working on hobby project, how much attention can they actually be putting into publishing each of these games that they're publishing if they're going through this many at a time? Anyway, I don't think that Paper Robot has wide appeal, and it's not intended to. I'm not looking for that lotto ticket, like, the next Balatro or whatever. Oh yeah, it's like publishing a lot. Yeah, like my game is niche. There is a slim selection of the gaming community that will want to play this. There you go, Casual. Just off to the sketchy website to buy my monthly allotment of video games. Oh, look at RPG. Yeah, let's pick that up as well. But yeah, for the people that do end up playing it, I think they're going to be in for an excellent time that exceeds expectations. I'm really trying to make something really good here for that handful of people. It's going to be really good. But as part of that, I think that's what I need to be targeting if I'm going to be doing, like, looking for people to play it. I need to be going into the communities that like those games. There are surprisingly still a few channels out there that are very much kind of focused on TTYD content. And definitely once I've got something that I feel like is a lot more polished, I would want to push to kind of get it in front of them. Perfect. Yes. All right, let's end stream by just throwing these guys in on a few of these scenes as different enemies. I think scene 1 here, chapter 1, scene A, does not need additional enemies. This is your first time coming out into a new area, first time seeing the pigs. Get in here, see some new stuff. B, however, definitely we can work with that. So we're going to kind of limit the chase area a bit more for this guy. Get him out here. And then let's get a medium jelly. Let's throw a medium jelly out here. Maybe you just don't even interact with Lil Jelly at first. Personality. You need to develop a personality?
Personality.
That's step 1.
Yeah.
You don't have one yet?
I mean, not one that people like.
I like your personality, personally.
I appreciate that. I need to develop a highly perceptive personality.
Oh, that is tricky. That is tricky. All right, get a little jelly out here who can bounce around. Oh, you could get pincer attacked here. Okay, so now Encounter Zone has an encounter code. So we're gonna call this 01 Jelly. So this is how we handle all of the encounter setups right here. And I don't love that it's all in one big function, but it's fine. All right, so most common thing you're gonna face off against is a single medium jelly. Or you could also have a piggle. And if that's what we're facing, then it can be in any order. Shuffle the array. There you go. Boom. So now we can include our jelly. I'm also going to throw him into room C, maybe? It's crowded already. It's quite crowded. Let's instead put him in room F. That is the one by the river. Yeah. Let's drop this guy. Pig Actor 2. Get rid of Pig Actor 2. Boom. There we go. Now I think Bringle is a really good TTYD streamer. He does a lot of the challenge run stuff. Ugh. Okay. It's too loud. Well, not too loud. It's that it's got too much of a range. That splat does. Range. How much range do we need on that? Max distance. Okay. 10 meters? Still sounds pretty loud. What if I say 2 meters? What does that do? I can still hear it. I don't know if that's because it needs to update or what. Let's try re-rolling that. There we go. Okay, yeah, that was the problem. So now how close do I have to be? Probably like right on him. Yeah, I still can't hear it. All right, well, that was a bad idea. Bumping him up to 5 meters. I actually do want to play TTYD. Talk about it a lot. Still can't hear him. Oh, I can't hear him at all. There's a terrifying implication. Dupu, you may notice that D is gone from the layout. Finally. Oh, see, that's bad. Can't be done. She's been deleted. See, I had an idea here, and then it just didn't pan out with the audio stream player. I deleted D. It's gone. There we go. You just barely hear him squishing around back there. Oh, the panning. There we go. We got him and a pig. Now there's strategy here suddenly. This is what I want. In this fight, you would want to take this guy out completely. And then smack this guy. And because now he has to spend his turn splitting, boom, he doesn't get a chance to attack. That's it. That's what we wanted. Deleted. It is going to be a pain to make these variants of the slime, because we're going to have to make all 3 of them. Additionally, the mitosis is going to be different. Because that controls which unit he turns into. Annoying, but doable. You know where else this guy could go? Across somewhere. Across the river. Just want to make sure that I don't accidentally make him jump into the water. Boom. Because we have fast travel in room G now. Remember? Captain Hoof? Captain Hoof is here now. He's new. Originally, I didn't want any enemies on the way. Because you get out of here, you beat old Jeremiah, you're injured, you're low on health. And I was like, I don't want you to have to do a lot of fighting because I don't want to put a save point here because yada, yada, yada. But now we're in good shape. All right, I think that's it. We made a slime. He's done, I believe. So next up is going to be that we make the variants, the ice variant, which is going to be the exact same, except he's going to have something similar to Bernie, which is he needs a revenge move. The revenge move is going to inflict freeze if you hit him with melee. That's pretty much the only difference, is that the cold variants get that added on. So yeah, I feel pretty good about tonight. We actually finally finished the slime. So I need to figure out what the next thing we're going to work on with Chapter 4 is. We have other enemies we still want to do. I haven't brainstormed any of the individual little puzzles, field puzzles we're going to have. Pushing a snowball would be fun. Pushing a snowball. Oh. Yeah, you know what? That's a fun one. You push a snowball, the more you push it, the bigger it gets. You're trying to push it into a little gap so that you can get across a ledge. If you make it too big, it doesn't fit, and you have to just smack it to break it apart. And if you make it too small, you can't get across. That's fun. That's simple and fun. Let's do that. I love that idea. Okay, we need to find someone to raid. All right. Where are we heading? Thank you for the lizards. Who did that? Mac. You did lizards. Good job. Let's see here. Who is on? Anyone I know. I know you. I don't like your title. That's worrying. Let's see. Hey, looking at the people, finding out who's. Oh, that looks really good. People make good stuff. Someone making a Pokemon game. That's fun. Ideally Godot, but sometimes it can't be helped. There's just not a lot of Godot dev going on. Okay, tomorrow's stream will be tomorrow. The typical Monday stream, and then we do a Wednesday and a Friday stream. Yeah, we're gonna do all the good stuff. That looks fun too. Hang on. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on tonight. Hang on. What is this? Oh, I thought that was like a map making tool or something. No, it's literally just drawing a map in Photoshop. Oh, this is Godot. What is it? Let me look at it. You're not allowed to see what I'm looking. Never mind. We're looking at code now. Physics-based adventure game. Okay. What do we want to see? It's nice to have time. It's nice to have time to actually pick what we're gonna do next, or like what we're gonna look at next. Posey. All right, I have like 5 channels open now that I'm like switching between. Be like, no, maybe you, maybe you, maybe you. We're not doing AI code stuff. That's not interesting to watch. What? Hello? What do we got? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jumper Up, for the subscription, the Prime sub. I very much appreciate it. Please enjoy all the things, all the wonderful things.
No.
Uh-oh, Posey's eating something.
You just stole my scrunchie off my desk.
I knew it! She's been stealing the scrunchies.
I got it back. I got it back.
Okay. Our dog has been eating scrunchies. Jumper Up, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it.
Could you believe me? I trusted you.
I keep finding scrunchies in the backyard. Digested scrunchies. It's not pretty. Let's please enjoy ad-free viewership, emotes. I don't know what else you get. Why are you eating scrunchies?
Why does she like scrunchies so much?
Why do you like scrunchies so much?
You're gonna eat it. At least learn to digest it.
This dog is weird. Oh man, that was too much excitement. I don't want to watch Java. Is that weird? And bonus channel. That's right. You need the channel points because you can have lizards. Everyone wants the lizards.
Please stop sitting at my desk. I don't trust you to be there.
She's looking for more scrunchies.
Here it is.
All right, what about this? Talking about roguelikes. And oh, no, you got pre-rolls. No. I'm interested in your game, but you have pre-rolls. And that means that every time I refresh the page because of quality or something, it's going to replay this. I know what Twitch likes to do. At least mobile is terrible because if like the stream starts lagging behind, on desktop you're like, oh, I just want to refresh the player. On mobile, you have to like close out of the stream and reopen it, and that reactivates the pre-roll ads. So it's like if you choose to do that, it's not good. It's not good. Not a fan. It is. I don't notice that happening on desktop, just on mobile. What do we got here? What kind of game is this? Don't pre-roll me. I got pre-rolled. Okay, if you have a stream, if for anybody in chat who streams, I know we don't like I'd prefer not to have the ads at all, but it does enable a lot of very nice stuff to have. So I get it. It's fine. Ad manager. If you turn it on to say that, okay, every hour it's going to run 3 minutes of ads automatically, then what that does is that ensures that anyone who clicks on your stream, unless they happen to wind up in that 3-minute window, they're not going to see ads when they first load into the stream. If you do not have Ad Manager turned on, then you will be stuck with pre-rolls, and anytime someone clicks on your stream, they're going to have to sit there and wait for the ads before they can even see what you're doing. It's very annoying. Would strongly recommend enabling Ad Manager these days. It's actually good now. Oh boy. But that guy's webcam is like really, really close up. It's taking up like half the screen vertically. How much am I taking up? Like a quarter? without warning. That's why I added the little I added this you can barely see it. I added the timer on here just so everyone's got warning of when to expect the ads. My biggest complaint, I think I wouldn't mind pre-rolls as much if mobile actually kept track of whether you had received pre-rolls better. Because as it stands, you can't refresh a stream in mobile without getting pre-rolls again. And it's really aggravating when I'm trying to watch somebody stream. And then it's like, oh, it's kind of lagging. I can tell it's lagging behind like a minute just looking at chat. I need to refresh, and then, then terrible things happen. Roblox stream. I don't want to watch a Roblox stream. Jeez. Oh, that's what I need. I need translucent editor so that I can have some kind of nice looking, I don't even know what. Man, nothing is floating my. There's 10,000 channels and nothing's on. Who do we like? Who do we know? Twitch plays. I don't want Twitch plays. I don't want this AI generated thing. I don't want that AI generated thing. I want to see actual game being made. We're just looking for a raid target tonight to end on. Pre-rolls again. Every time I try to look at one. 24/7 AI animated comedy network. Oh, no. It was supposed to be space travel. I mean, we could go to Jed. I haven't been to Jed's stream in a long time. I'm completely out of the loop on what they're working on. So we might go over there. Unreal Engine stuff. Unreal has a very unique style, doesn't it? It just has a look to it. I've half a mind to just pick another category entirely. Oh, Brinth is on. Yay. High P, doing SMW. What else we got? Composer. Jeez. Should I raid Fui? Fui's a lot. I've mentioned before, it's a different energy level. You know, like, we're right about here. Dove is kind of around here sometimes. Turtle's like up here. GQ's like here. Dupu's up here. And then Fui, she's got a lot of energy. But she is a Godot streamer. I appreciate the work she does. I don't typically hang out inter-channel, but we will raid into her. I take no responsibility for what happens from this point on. I'll pop in and say hello, but I do need to go to bed. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. We will be back tomorrow for more Chapter 4 stuff. Maybe we'll try a little snowball thing. I think a snowball puzzle would be very fun. Similar to like the crunching through the snow, even though I know that doesn't look quite right yet. We're working on that. I'm not working on that. I will work on that. It's shaders. I hate shaders. It's very difficult to debug. But yeah, a little rolly snowball would be very fun to play with. Things to play with. That's what we need. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.